Welcome to my YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.
So this is a full video of a bag making technique from how to cut the gusset, which is the side of the bag. Here I'm using a structured gusset. You see how I will first do something like a dummy gusset, whereby I only imputed I only did the pattern drafting of the gusset. This is the bottom of the gusset, the bottom. So it is a three-sided gusset, like I said, like I taught those that attended our beginners class, that there is a form of gusset that is a three-sided gusset. So this is so I cut the bottom. It has the bottom and then two sides. So this is how the side looks like. So I'll be doing this twice. This one that I'm cutting, I'll be cutting it twice. So after cutting this, can you see how I cut it? Can you see how I cut it? Then I'll do the same thing. I'll trace it on the second carry board. So this is me tracing it out. So after tracing it out, I will then cut out what I traced. Can you see it now? So you can decide on the measurement of your own side. Make sure that this measurement of the sides are the same, and it's also correlate with the bottom of the bag, because though the body of the bag will be the one that will determine how wide the bottom is going to be. So these are the two sides for the gusset. Can you see it? Then okay, that's the measurement. So can you see the distance between the space that is underneath that it's around 2.2 or 3 or there, where so you'll be the one to share. You'll be the one to determine what it's going to be, like you can see in the video. So you can use another dimension for your own. You just make sure that whatever dimension you use for the first side is the same thing as what you use for the second side. So this is me trying to cut. I'm trying to measure out the bottom of the bag. Like I said the other time, that the wideness of the bag, of the body of the bag, I mean the front and the back of the bag, will be the one that will determine the bottom of the bag. Because this kind of gusset now, it has this kind of gusset, there's a way we will place it whereby the leg, you see the side of that bag, the side of the gusset that I cut at first, those two sides, the leg there, the two legs that are standing apart in the gusset, is going to be placed on the bottom of the gusset in a way that it will be the one that will add to the wideness of the bottom of the bag. I don't know if you understand, but let's just watch the video. Let's just continue watching the video. You will understand further. So this is me applying gum on. I said I will first do a dummy illustration of how the bottom and the gusset is going to be when we make the bag. So this is how we are going to place the bottom to the gusset of the bag. So I'm doing a dummy illustration here by using the gum. I'll be using the gum to connect the side to the bottom of the bag. Excuse me. So after doing this, you see the way I place. I'll make sure that the bottom is placed in a way that it is equal to where the middle and the other side is. Can you see how I placed it? Can you see? The way I'm folding that bottom to the leg of the gusset is the same way it's going to be when I put leather to the gusset and then sew it. Don't worry, you will understand the video as you watch further. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything lay very well. It's well laid. Can you see? If this was a leather now, you will see. So but the video also shows how I made the bag, how I placed this pattern to leather, how I gum it together, how I folded it, how I sewed the bag, and then it became a full bag. So that is what we'll be watching in this video. Just wash, just continue washing. So after using the gum to place the button to the side of the bag, this is the after look. This is the after look. So this is me trying to, so I'll be cutting. This is leather I want to use, a soft leather. So that's the gum. So I would apply the gum. Can you see there's a technique I use? Instead of you wasting your gum by using brush to apply it to the leather, there's a technique I used to use. I will just punch the top of the cover of my plastic, my gum plastic container. I'll puncture the top of it so that the gum will be able to come out through it. So I use that method to know so that the gum will not waste. You won't be using too much gum and then you will not be wasting your gum. So this is me applying the gum to the leather, and then make sure that the gum you put on the carry board and the leather, it dries before placing both on it, so that it will be able to gum very, very well. So when it has dried, this is me placing the carry board on the leather. Can you see? So whenever you want to place your pattern, like the carry board or marco, you want to place it on your leather, make sure that you are leaving spaces beside it. That is for the allowance, because you are still going to fold the leather on your stiffener, which is here we are using a carry board. You know, we have different kind of stiffener. We have the carry board, we have foam, we have marco. That marco is one that looks like keto. Can you see how I'm folding? I want us to pay attention to the way I'm folding the leg, like the way I'm folding the leg of the marco. So I want you to pay attention on the way I folded the tip, like the edges where two leather meets. There's a way we fold it. So if you did not if you are not paying rapt attention to this, you may not be able to do it well, and then it will not make your leather to be neat. So when you fold it very well, so after folding, you see that's the excess at the edges. So you use your scissors to cut it off. You see, after cutting it off, you see how neat it's going to be. Can you see? Can you see how neat it is? So we have to pay attention to details on how to fold the edges, the edges where our leather has made. The same thing I'm going to do here. This is the bottom of the bag that I cut the other time. I'll do the same folding method. Can you see? Yes. Make sure that the leather you'll be leaving for the allowance of your bag while folding is wide enough. Like, look at the mistake I made there. The leather is not too wide, it's very small. But being that I know my way on how to go about things, so but I will not advise that you do the same mistake. When leaving allowance on your leather, you make sure that it is wide enough so that while sewing, it will be able to stand well. It will not just be at the tip. Do you get? So that's why you have to leave enough allowance for your leather while wrapping it on your stiffener, either your carry board, your marco, or any other stiffener. So this is the gusset. So we have the two sides and the bottom. Can you see? Now we'll go ahead to cut the body of the bag. So I'm cutting the body. Can you see the dimension I'm using? That is 7 inches. 7 inches. This one that I'm cutting now, so 7 inches by 13. So it contains both the flap, the top of the bag, and the back. So we'll be cutting the front separately for this kind of bag that I'm making. So it contains So I made a mistake here. I want to do a shape at the tip of the front, at the tip of the flap of the bag. So I forgot to do that. So you see it in the after this part, you see that I later unravel what I have folded, the leather that I have folded. I later unravel it. So I will have to remove it again and refold because I made a mistake. So that's why in bag making you have to pay attention to detail, because when you make a mistake to start all over, it's going to like it will pain someone, because can you see me? This is me here. I've removed it again, I've unraveled it again. I have to start marking. I didn't mark out the top of the leather, so I'm marking it out and I will now roll it together. Those that were in our online training for beginners, I taught them on how to mark out. So after marking it, you now use blade to trace that place that you mark. You just trace it in a little way, not that you cut it out though, so that you'll be able to fold. That's why I'm able to fold that top. That place is the top of the bag where I'm going to put the hand of the bag. Can you see that the tip of the bag, where the corners of the bag where the two leather met, previously I've already folded it, so I've cut it off already. So look at the way I folded other part, the place that I curved. Look at the way I folded it. Can you see? After folding, I use scissors to cut the excess out. Can you see? Yes, that's it. So can you see? So the place I use blade to trace out, can you see? It made it so easy for me to fold. So that's the back of the bag, the top, and then the flap of the bag. Can you see? These are the bag is going to be. Can you see? This is me trying to see how it's going to be. So I would also cut the front. So this is the front of the bag. That's 7 by 7. 7 by 7. That's what I use. Yeah, 7 by 7. So I would gum it on the leather also and fold it. So this is the hand of the bag. The hand of the bag that I use here, like the hand that will be at the top of the bag. Yes, I used while cutting it, I used 15 inches. So most I used to use 15 inches by 2.5. So I will now fold the tip of the hand. I'll show you how I did it. So this is me adding. So the kind of lining I use there is called velvet material. Velvet material is thicker than the normal lining, though it is expensive than the normal lining, but it makes your work neater and it gives quality to whatever craft you are making. So this is me putting the lining, adding it to what I have, all the parts that I have already cut down. So this is me putting the eyelet. The eyelet is what we use to cover where we cut on the top of the bag, where we put I will later insert the hand of the bag into where that eyelet is going to. So I've already punctured the place that I marked that. So this is me putting the eyelet. So the eyelet have the front and the back. This is the front of the eyelet and this is the back. I already punctured it and placed it there. So this is the hand of the bag that I was talking about the other time. It is 15 inches by 2.5. So after folding the tip, I'll fold it together and then sew. So after sewing, that black thing you are seeing there is what we call the hose. The hose is like a stiffener for the hand of the bag. So the hose there that I cut 12 inches. The length of the hose is 12 inches. So from the 15 inches I cut for the leather of the hand. So if you put 12 inches, that means you have to have allowance. If you remove 12 from 15, it remains 3. That means the two allowance there that remain at the tip of the handle is 1.5. And then the other side is 1.5. They're making it 3 inches, remaining from 15 inches. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So we insert, you use the 1.5 inches to put the handle into the top of the bag where we already have our eyelet. Can you see the eyelet there? So the eyelet is to cover the punctured area. So because you cannot just leave it that way, so you add your gum. you apply it to the leather so that you'll be able to gum it to the carry. But make sure that you are doing all of these things before you put your lining, because when you put your lining, how do you want to put your hand? So you have to put the hand first before putting your lining. So make sure it's gone. So to make that place stand well so that it will not remove later, you can put your glue. Yes, you can apply your glue to it so that the glue is going to hold it well. So this is me doing a design on the bag by applying another color of leather on it. That's a black leather. I folded it, so I'm putting it at the flap of the bag. I'm putting it at the flap of the bag to just add a design so that everything will not just be one color. So most times you have to understand color mixing also in bag making. So I've finished sewing it. This is the outcome, and I've added my lining, which is the velvet material, to the bag also. So these are the two gussets. So I want to sew the top of the two gussets. I'm sewing the top like that, like the upper part of it, because the other part we are going to sew it together with the bag, but this upper part, there's no how we want to sew. You have to sew it separately. Do you want? I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to explain. So I've already sewn it. So after sewing it, I want to sew the top of the bag, because while adding the gusset and the bottom to the bag, we won't be able to sew this part. So you have to sew it first. So I sew it from the top of the bag to the other side of the top of the bag. So this is me sewing the bottom to the gusset, like I showed while doing the dummy the other time. So can you see places? So you sew from that place to this place, from that place to this place. You sew. You won't sew from the beginning to the end, of like from where I touched, yes, from to that place. That's the only thing. Okay, so this is after sewing. This is me trying to put the side to it, to the gusset. Can you see? So this is how it is. So I've finished doing that. This is I did all of those ones off camera. So I want to sew. I've even sewn the front to the gusset of the bag. So, and this is me putting the magnet to the bag. Yes. So I'm already sewing the gusset to the body of the bag, which is the back of the bag. I'm sewing it now. Can you see? This type of gusset, it makes it so easy for us to remove. If we are using a manual machine, to be so easy. If you use this type of gusset for your bag, it makes it so easy. So this is the outcome of the bag after sewing everything. Can you see? Can you see how it is? Can you see? So that's it. That's what our bag is. Can you see the inside? See the velvet, how neat it is. How neat it is. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe to our channel. You can like and share. Thank you.